Hey there, Facebook world. It is Jessica Weaver for another one of my car confessionals. So I am so excited today because I am on my way for breakfast with my very good friend and her teammate, one of her partners at her firm. And they are both financial advisors, and I am also a financial advisor, although I like to call myself the retirement advisor because I do a lot more than just helping you figure out what the heck to do with your money. We really try to find a balanced approach for your life. But anyway, most advisors, we tend to have big egos. That's going to be my confession. We tend to have very big egos. And maybe you encounter that with your industry or wherever you work. And it's very rare when you can find other advisors to collaborate with and to see how you can grow as an advisor, as a person, to help your clients even more, and how to spread your word. So I meet with this very good friend probably at least once a month. We talk almost every day. And we found such a deep friendship because of it. We know each other's struggles, what we go through, and got an itch. Sorry. And I think for me, I have a very hard time with identifying things in my life and people in my life that are preventing me from moving forward with my business and getting it to the next level. And this friend, Mary Beth, she has helped me so much by identifying these obstacles that I just keep getting stuck in my own way, or in my own thinking, or in these limiting beliefs, or not realizing how outside influences are affecting it. Like we've talked about before, trying to please everybody. And I think that's one of my biggest things, is trying to please everybody and keep everybody happy. I'm like the mediator in my family, at my work, and it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. And I feel like I'm getting pulled in so many different directions, and I'm sure you know that feeling too, and all of a sudden you just want to cry. You just get beaten down to the bone, and you want to lock yourself in a room and just cry for a solid hour or maybe more. So she really helps me get out of my own way and realize what's really going on, because when we start feeling like that, I know we're getting pretty deep on this one, but when we get so overwhelmed like that, trying to please everybody, we start to spiral downward, don't we? And we make it seem so much worse than it is. And it could just be some very simple and easy solutions to get us out of our own way, or to look at a problem more clearly, or to identify the choices you do have that you really don't think you have during those times. Because we get very emotional, we are stressed, we're overwhelmed, we paralyze ourselves, we don't do anything, and that just keeps us stuck where we are and not moving forward on the path that we want to be on. So she has been extremely helpful for me, and I am so incredibly grateful for our friendship. And we're meeting today to see kind of what does the future look like. Is there a way we can work together even more besides this friendship? And it's so exciting when you start to plan out not just the next year, but really what the next 5 to 10 years. How can you join forces with other powerhouse women and see where things are going? I was at a lunch yesterday with a mastermind of women, all these powerful, empowering, inspiring women starting businesses, or they're in their businesses, but how to improve it. And our mentor, Malika, she gave us all a sign, and it had each of us got a different word. And I just happened to pick, not knowing it, blindly picked connection. And connection to me is so important, because I wouldn't be where I am today in my business without the connection with my business coach, the connection with people like Mary Beth and Lisa. You see me doing a lot of work with her too. And I think, and that's what I've been wanting to showcase to people, that when they work with me as an advisor, or in my Strong Retirement Club, my one-on-one program, any of those, is the connection. You don't just get me. You get people like Mary Beth. Here I am going to meet with her to figure out how to improve what I'm currently doing, to get what she's doing. Oh, it just killed me. And how to keep on bringing our business to the next level, bringing what we do to our clients to the next level, because that is so important to me, to really give a service like no other to the people I work with. That's what I want, because that's when you can get real transformation. That's when you can make connections with people on a deeper level and to connect them with other women in your world who can really serve them. So I encourage you, if you feel like you keep getting stuck in some place personally or with work or something, to reach out to somebody in your tribe, in your family, a good friend, who can help you see it more clearly and identify what choices do you have. So I do this a lot on a discovery call. This is usually the first step for women to work with me, is just a quick discovery call. And it's so important to get clarity over what's going on in your life and what is it you really are working towards. Because as I said before in other confessionals, sometimes we're working towards so many different things because we're viewing success in so many different ways, and that just gets us stuck. It brings us to this problem where we're getting pulled in so many different directions, and then we get overwhelmed and we want to lock ourselves in a room and cry. So reach out to somebody who you can have an honest conversation with, where you can get vulnerable and cry if you need to. I've cried many times to Mary Beth and to Lisa and the other women in my tribe. And usually the women who work with me cry at some point, because for me, that's the only way you can get true transformation. If you can get that vulnerable and cry in front of somebody, that means you are able to have an open and honest conversation with them and really get deep, hit the pain points, and figure out how to move forward from there. Otherwise, you're just masking it. And if we're masking it, we're not addressing the real problem, the real issue, and then you're not going to be able to get the real solution, to hit the real problem. And sometimes we can't even say it to our significant others, our spouses, or we don't know how to say it to them where they can really understand where we're coming from. So find somebody who you can have this conversation with. If you want to talk to me, I'd love to talk to you and see how to move you forward. But find somebody you can open up to. That's the most important thing. To see these things more clearly and to get you moving forward. Especially now at the end of the year. How can you end the year on a high note? I've been talking about, I want to end the year on a high note with my family. I've hit a great high note with my business. Now I'm going to switch gears and have a high note with my family. That's really important to me. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you soon.